Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I learned how not to suck at decorating. So decorating has always been really frustrating to me, and part of the reason why is because I'm super frugal and I just didn't know where to start with learning how to decorate. So growing up, my mom always had a great sense of interior design, but I didn't really understand how to make it all work. It just seemed to me that she just kept buying stuff. So I didn't know where you come up with ideas from. I just thought, well, you buy something, you like it, and you put it in the room. And this over the years has just resulted in me having a super eclectic, a little bit confusing, honestly, kind of sense of style. For many years, I was into what I would describe as the shabby chic Rachel Ashwell look. And this is actually because I got really obsessed with this book from Rachel Ashwell that my mom had when we were growing up. And it was just all about country living and design. So I was really into florals and country stuff, which is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I did it for 10 years. So recently I just decided that I'm ready to move on to something new. It's been a long time since I kind of evaluated how I feel about decorating. In fact, I don't feel like I've ever really thought about it intentionally. This whole video, is going to be talking about how I learned how not to suck at decorating. And this was kind of spurred from wanting to redo my living room. So we have all been spending so much time at home, and I just got to start thinking, okay, I really want a new couch. My couch was secondhand. I got it from Habitat for Humanity Restore, and it was very affordable. I paid $80 for it. It was great, but it only lasted about 2 or 3 years, and when I bought it, it was probably already a little bit old. So, girl needs a new couch, because we're sitting on the couch a lot watching Netflix, just like everyone else. So I had started looking for a new couch probably around January. And for me personally, it is very important to buy secondhand first. What does that mean? So it means that basically when you want to buy something, you try to get it used first. And this can mean a lot of things. It can mean you buy something at a thrift shop or a used furniture store. It doesn't have to mean cheap. It just has to mean it's not brand new. And this does a few things. So basically you aren't putting pressure on the economy to create new things. And also there is a furniture shortage right now, if you guys haven't noticed. So basically, you're not putting pressure on the economy to create things that we don't technically need because we already have them. It's just a more ethical, in my opinion, way to shop. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to shop like this. I'm just saying I prefer to shop like this. I didn't also not want to spend a ton of money on something. I don't really have it in my budget to spend a few hundred or even a few $1,000s on a couch. Although I'm sure if I did, it would be a very nice couch and I would appreciate it a lot, and I would really, I'm not saying don't spend that money. And even when you buy used stuff, that doesn't mean that it's cheap necessarily. So I'm not really saying this is only for people trying to save money, although it does help. So how did I get a new couch? So luckily for me, one of my coworkers was moving and she was buying a new couch. So she put on our work chat, hey everyone, I'm getting rid of my couches. Does anyone want them? And I'm like, yeah, I want them 100%. They're navy blue leather couches, really classic style. Basically exactly what I've been looking for probably over a year, if I'm being honest. The only thing about them was if I was buying them brand new, I probably would have gotten a lighter color because my apartment's kind of dark. So the dark blue does make it lighter, but I learned to accentuate and make it lighter with accessories. So I'm never going to turn down a free deal. These couches are so bomb. They are out of this world awesome. So I just could not pass up this offer to take these couches. And so there's a love seat and there's a 3-seater. And I just got these couches and I was kind of all right, now it's time to put some effort into making the rest of the living room look good. So that's kind of where I started. And to be honest, it's not entirely done yet because I feel like now that I have the key components in place, I can take my time putting the finishing details on it. I don't want to rush just to get it finished, just to say that it's done. Although I definitely understand that mentality and I don't think it's necessarily the worst mentality, but For me, because I'm on a budget, it's more important to go slow and make sure I'm buying only the stuff I need and trying to get it for cheap or free. So for me, I'm okay with going slower. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I wanted to learn how to decorate. So it was always really confusing where to find out how to decorate. So how did I learn? So the first step I took was actually to ask my coworkers, hey, how do you guys decorate? Like, I just really find like it's hard to learn about. So I just asked them, like, how do you learn how to do this? Because if you've never decorated a room intentionally, like, where do you start? Do you just like pick a color, pick a pattern? Like, what do you do? So eventually I got some tips from my coworkers, and I actually ended up taking a quiz because, like I mentioned earlier, my style's really changed a lot in the past year. The way I dress has changed. The things I'm interested in has changed. I was ready to move on to something new. I just didn't know what that new thing was. So when I was ready to move on to a new style, I just really wanted to figure out what that was. So I took a few quizzes. I learned, like, okay, I'm into the bohemian stuff, but I don't like the clutter of the bohemian look, and I like more minimalism. So that's what I figured out. I'm like, okay, cool. I know I like bohemian. I know I kind of like southwestern kind of style. So that's kind of like where I decided to go with it. And using the couches, it was really easy. Using the couches, it was pretty easy because it kind of like gave me something to work off of. So basically, I took an online quiz and I found out what my style was and what the name was. And then, you know, what I learned from that was it's really not intimidating. You just kind of have to start and you have to figure out what your vision is and what you want. And, you know, I know some people can think, oh, it's not important to decorate, but the more time we spend in our space, you know, the more important it does seem to make it reflect what we want from life and like what makes us happy. And like, I know that sounds really cheesy, and before all this I was kind of just like, whatever, I'm out all the time anyway, doesn't matter, like I just want something cheap and fast and easy. But like once we started spending so much time at home, I really did want my home to be nice, and that's why I wanted to learn about it. It's almost like picking an outfit out, but it's like an outfit for your house, and it's an outfit you sit on. But it felt very similar to fashion. You know, our fashion sense changes. It's not always clear how to put together an outfit, but once you know how to do it, it's kind of like, all right, I got the key. I know what I like. Like, let's move forward with this. Like, so once it kind of clicked for me that it wasn't all that different than figuring out your fashion sense or what you like to wear or what looks good on you, like, it kind of made sense in that realm. And then also I kind of took my mentality that I have towards thrifting, which is kind of like, you have to be patient. With thrifting, you're not going to find what you want immediately. It takes time. It might take a lot of time. So in terms of like just figuring out, okay, be patient. I'll find the things. I don't need everything right now. Of course, you could buy everything all in one go, but it's probably going to be expensive to do that. So, you know, if you're patient and you wait around until someone's getting rid of their couch or getting rid of their coffee table or getting rid of a carpet and think, oh, I really like that. You don't have to take it just because it's free, but if it fits in with the vibe you're going for and what you want to do with your space, then why not just wait until you can find something affordable? The other big thing for me was making a Pinterest board. I know this sounds so cheesy and everyone's always like, I love Pinterest. Like, Pinterest is so great. And I was always like, all right, stop talking about Pinterest. We get it. You like it. But the thing about Pinterest that was really helpful for me was that once I had an idea for my style, I just started like pinning things that helped me figure out where I wanted to go with it. So it helped me figure out my color scheme, which ended up being like navy blue, white, and I wanted to do a brown, but ended up being red. And I swear to God, this room does not look patriotic. Like, it sounds like, oh God, red and white and blue, you're crazy. But it's really like a dark navy blue, tones of white, and like black, brown, and red. So once I kind of figured out what colors I wanted, and really that was all based around the couches and things I kind of already had. Additionally, I do have pets, so like having like all white anything is kind of like a no-go for me, unless it's just something I can quick throw in the wash. So I kind of knew what colors were out the window. And so yeah, once I was able to figure out, okay, this is the style I like, these are the colors that I want, how do I make this work? Like, how can I situate things? You know, how do you pick out a carpet size? How do you figure out what kind of coffee table size you need? Anything that you want to know about decorating, you could Google. Like, it's crazy how much information is out there. And I know it seems like a stupid concept, like just Google it. But really, if you have a question about decorating, just Google it. It's an answer is out there somewhere. Or ask someone. Who knows? Maybe your friend is really good at decorating and you want to know, hey, how does your mind work when you're looking at this stuff? It was such a game changer to me to figure out my style, figure out a color scheme, figure out what looks I like through Pinterest and just looking through stuff and pinning through things. And then the other great part about Pinterest and doing all this research was when I was in the store, if I saw something, I knew, okay, is that my style? Yes or no? Is that the colors I need? Yes or no? Is that a good price? Yes or no? The carpet I ended up getting is crazy. So like I paid $25 for this carpet and it's easily worth, like, I know it's worth probably $300, $400, or $500 based on the quality and the size. So just being able to have that knowledge that what you're looking at is a good deal or that it suits what you want, you could just pull that trigger when you're in the store and say, that's mine, I'm taking this, like no questions, like you already know it's the right thing for you. So let me give you a tour of the room and you could tell me what you think. Like, I don't even know if this is any good. Like, I like it and my partner likes it, but like maybe it's bad. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like it and I like the work I did on it and I like that I feel comfortable in it. It still needs some work, but this is what I've got so far. And I know that when you're doing these YouTube videos, you're supposed to wait until it's done and do like a grand reveal, but listen, girl didn't sink before video. I don't know what's gonna happen next and I can't wait a year to share this because it's just exciting to me. We are going to go on a quick tour of my living room. This is what you see when you enter in, and this is my little entryway bookcase bureau piece that I found literally next to the dumpster. It wasn't in the dumpster, I didn't climb in, but I did take it home. And I have books in here and different knickknacks, vintage items, and I have a cute lamp that I found at Austin Pets Live thrift store. I also found the painting above it from there, and I just really love the beachy feel, but it's not too beachy. And in this pineapple bowl thing is where I keep my keys and my sunglasses, because without that I would literally not be able to go anywhere because I always lose my keys. So now this is the living room from the other angle. And you'll see both couches, and that piece above the fireplace is absolutely one of my favorite pieces. I do hang Christmas lights because I'm an 18-year-old at heart. And I really love that the TV is not really the centerpiece of this room. Everything else kind of works together. And yes, I also have fake fireplace, Christmas lights. I put the scarf on top of the TV stand just to make it a little bit more soft, I guess. So this is the coffee table. I love it. I love that all the clutter is contained. And this is my most favorite possession currently, my 3-seater couch, which has a cute layered look with all the different blankets. They're from friends and mostly thrifted. I just really love the different textures, and that pillow I am in love with. My friend Najima made it for me. It is tie-dyed, and there's Henry. He is not part of the decor. He lives here. And the carpet that you kind of just saw is from Austin Pets Live thrift store as well. And I really love it. It probably retails for close to $500 and I found it for $30. So that was awesome. Yeah, so that's my living room. I love it so much. I'm still working on it. It is a work in progress. So thank you so much for watching. I just really hope that you take away from this video that it is not scary to learn about design. You don't need a ton of money to figure out your style. You just need patience and kind of foresight on what you're looking for. And once you figure that out, the rest of it will just come together. If you put the work in, you look and you're persistent and you let people know what you're looking for and accept maybe, okay, everything's not going to be exactly what you wanted. Maybe it's not going to be the right color or the, perfect size, but it's going to be close to what you want. Like, you're willing to make a little compromise. I definitely think it's possible to improve your decorating skills and improve your living space. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this content. I'm really trying hard to put a lot of effort into this YouTube channel now, and I would really love if you all subscribed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.